Hello and welcome to Where Are We? Right now, I am checking out a brand new Habitat for Humanity build right here in Brunswick. It's already super cool to see something that our community has helped build through volunteer service. I think that's really cool. So I get to go inside and see the progress, and we get to talk to Habitat for Humanity about this build in particular, but also their impact on Brunswick and Medina County as a whole.
My name is Tom O'Connell. I'm the Executive Director of Habitat for Humanity of Medina County. We believe here at Habitat that affordable home ownership creates the environment for generational change. The changes we're going to see aren't going to happen overnight. They're not going to be maybe immediate or quick, but for the generations to come, we believe affordable home ownership creates that environment where generational patterns can change. Habitat for Humanity is committed to the vision of seeing a world where everyone has a decent place to live. And to that end, we partner with local Medina County households to build safe, decent, and affordable homes. We're here in Brunswick on Lyman Circle. This home is well underway. We started this home at a local church in Wadsworth, Northside Church in Wadsworth. Actually built the interior and exterior walls of this home in their parking lot in the spring. It was a rainy day, I remember, but we had over 200 volunteers. And as you can see, this home is nearing completion. We're focusing on getting the interior done. We do have some exterior site work to get finished, but yeah, this Habitat home is well on its way to completion.
At first, what I was concerned as far as safety, because I'm a woman Marine veteran, so I always want to look out for my neighbors, especially when we have elderly around. It was really nice to be able to meet her and then see what an amazing woman she is. She gave me a tour of her new house, and so I'm really looking forward to her moving in and just kind of looking out for her, because I like to look out for my neighbors.
So it takes us on average about 6 to 8 months to build a home here in Medina County. I think we've built between 14 to 17 homes across the city of Brunswick. This is the furthest north that we've built in the city of Brunswick, and we would love the opportunity to build more homes in Brunswick. We self-perform about 80% of the home. We build the walls, we put on the siding, we put on the roof, we put up the roof trusses. Our volunteers also do the flooring, the paint, the cabinets, the countertops as well. We then sub out the stuff you have to have a license for. So the excavation, the plumbing, the electric, the HVAC systems, the concrete work, we sub all of that out to the professionals. But we self-perform, I would say, about 80% of this project with our construction team and volunteers. So on the inside, we're still working on finishing the flooring, countertops. Then we have to get final inspections like electric inspection, HVAC, plumbing inspections. We'll be working on those over the next few months, so we're nearing completion later in the fall.
We have a group of volunteers that have custom built these cabinets for this home. For one, it's kind of a hobby of his. He's retired and enjoys woodworking and making things.
One of the common misconceptions of Habitat's program is that homes like this are given away for free, when that's not the case. Instead, Habitat homes are sold with a zero interest affordable mortgage. It's based on what the family, the household, the individual can afford at that moment in time.
People are kind of unaware of the vetting system and what happens with all of that. So there can be misconceptions and some resistance. But once everything is explained and you understand the process, and then you see what an amazing cause it is, there is stipulations that have to be met.
Those that apply for our program have to meet 3 general criteria. First is need for safe and affordable housing. So need could be they're paying over half of what they bring home every month for rent. Need could be their rent is subsidized in some way, maybe the Section 8 voucher program, or they're living in subsidized housing. That would meet the need, the criteria for need for safe and affordable housing. We also, if there's not enough bedrooms for the family size, that would also meet the need for safe and affordable housing. The second criteria is they have to be willing to partner with us. And what we mean by that is literal sweat equity or volunteer hours. So everyone that is approved into our program has to do sweat equity or volunteer hours. So if they're a single applicant, they have to do a minimum of 250 volunteer hours or sweat equity hours. Not before this home is started, but before this home is finished, they have to complete those hours. So they do those hours at our restore. They do those hours here at a site like this, helping with the construction of the home. They do those hours in financial literacy classes. They can also volunteer at other nonprofits here in Medina County. They can also have friends, family, neighbors, coworkers donate hours on their behalf. Their brother can't do all their hours for them, but they can do some of their hours. And then the last criteria is they have to have the ability to pay the affordable mortgage. Again, Habitat homes are not free, but instead are sold with a zero interest affordable mortgage based on what the household can afford. Habitat originates, so puts the mortgage together, and then we actually service the mortgage once it's in place as well. So we collect those payments every month to our office. Some of the money goes towards principal, and that money then, is recycled back into our mission to buy property like this, buy construction materials. And then we also, on the servicing side, put money into escrow for their property tax payments twice a year and their homeowners insurance payments once a year.
People are hesitant at first just because the unknown is kind of scary. So then once everything starts going up, then it's kind of like, oh, okay, and then you're excited to see the end result and see the new homeowner in their home.
So I think one of the greatest challenges for Habitat, there's really two. One is land acquisition. There's very limited land inventory to purchase, at least that we can afford. And then obviously money to be able to build the homes, and that's where donations come in. So if we had more land available to us and more donations coming into us, we would be able to help and serve more families through our homeownership program. We're always looking for volunteers at a construction site like this. You don't have to have any construction experience or knowledge. We work with anyone and everyone. You can also volunteer at our restore in Medina that's open 5 days a week. You don't have to have retail experience. If you're just looking to give back to the community a few hours a week, a day a month, we would love to work with you, have you volunteer there as part of our restore. So those are some needs here at Habitat for Humanity. I think what I like most about this job is how tangible it is. Sometimes when we think about helping people, sometimes the help isn't as tangible as I think we all want it to be. Habitat, I believe, has finished 55 homes over our history since 1991. So when we celebrate the completion, we call it a home dedication, and we present the keys to the soon-to-be homeowner and their family. And we know, our staff and our board of directors and the volunteers that contributed know that this new home, this brand new home, is really going to change the whole trajectory of their lives. And it especially is significant from my perspective when there's children that are going to be living in this home, because it's going to open doors for them and their family in the future that they as young children might not even know about. So I believe one of the things that I appreciate most about the work we get to do is that it's tangibly helping and changing the trajectory of people's lives. And one piece of feedback that comes to mind today is that one of our families, a single mom, 2 young boys. She's been a homeowner now for a couple years. What she shared with us after being in her home now a couple years is that this affordable home has helped improve her mental health as a single mom. She didn't realize the stress that she was constantly under, wondering if the rent in her apartment was going to go up, when it was going to go up. Could she afford that? Could she afford to live there anymore? And if she had to move, what does that mean for her young boys? Maybe moving to another school in that community. And just the undue stress that she was continually under and how that was negatively impacting her emotional health. And she said now, as being a Habitat homeowner, she has noticed in herself and even in her young boys, it's improved their mental and emotional health.
I feel that it is a really great program for single parents to be able to help to provide a home for their children. And so I was unaware that it also helps out seniors, which I think is also, I think that's a wonderful thing. I think it is a really good program, and I look forward to having my new neighbor.
So if people have questions about our organization, about donating items to the Restore, making financial donations, applying for our homeownership program, we have a bunch of information on our website, medinacountyhabitat.org. We also have a Facebook page. We put a bunch of information out through Facebook, on Instagram, and on LinkedIn as well.
Thank you for watching. Stick around, and because next I'm going to Trike and Bike.
Today I'd like to talk about Medina Soil and Water's program called Make It Rain. It is a way to encourage people within the county to install a rain garden on their property. A rain garden is a garden of native plants that's built in a little basin that collects water from your downspout. That usually has a little bit of a cost to it, so we are helping cut that cost by giving people $250 after they install one to cover some of those costs, and this is for the top 10 most eligible people within the county. We'll come out to their site and help them see if it's possible, so they don't have to do anything on their own really, except for the digging and planting. But if they have questions, they can call us up. We come back out. We want to make it as easy and successful as possible.
Hello and welcome back. It's very sunny today. It's really good weather for the Trike and Bike going on. You can probably hear it. There's tons of kids having fun, biking around, and raising money for pediatric cancer.
Right now we're selling gift bags for the kids at the Trike and Bike. This is actually our first year volunteering, but I think it's really nice to have the opportunity to volunteer for events like this and spread awareness.
The amount of support that we see every year from Brunswick and kids like you and this entire community is absolutely incredible. So you kids did an incredible job fundraising, as you always do. The Brunswick is always some rock stars when it comes to fundraising, so thank you guys so much.
It's really an honor for me to be here today. So my name is Robbie Hanna. I'm one of the doctors who works at the Cleveland Clinic, and it was really a privilege for me to know one of the patients who was here, Colin. So today, as you are riding, we really are riding in the memory of Colin too. You are turning the community to something bigger. You are turning it something bigger than yourself, something that could save the lives of many kids like Colin. So today, as we ride today, it's not just riding a bike. You are riding in memory of someone, a child who lost his life to cancer. So for all of you from Cleveland Clinic, from the doctor, from the nurses, we want to thank you from the bottom of our heart. We want you to ride safely. We will want you to ride with joy, and we want you to ride knowing that you are giving us hope that tomorrow is gonna be better. So thank you so much for every one of you.
Raise your hand if you're a return rider. How about a round of applause for the return riders? All right, put your hand down. Raise your hand if you're a new rider, if you're riding for the first time. How about a round of applause for our new riders? This gentleman's 12, and he's taller than our fire chief. So this is Gabe. He's our #1 fundraiser, and Corbin is his cousin. So they want to talk a little bit about their experience and their loss as a result of cancer.
On this day 8 years ago, we lost our Opa, or Grandpa, to cancer. He was a hardworking family man, and he was generous with his time, resources, and most of all, his love for others. He was also great at fixing things. A trait and passion I think I inherit from him. The last 2 years, I found myself doing quick bike fixes around the track. Although I'm technically too old for this ride now, I think I found a way to contribute. That is why we have a dedicated bike fixing station to help all of you get around the track safely.
During his cancer journey, our Opa participated in research trials at the Cleveland Clinic. Some of them required him to stay on site for weeks at a time. The room he stayed in was directly down the hall from the pediatric wing. He was never mad about giving his time to research. What bothered him most was seeing kids battling for their futures. It would bring tears to his eyes as he watched children and their families pass his door on their way to treatments. Despite knowing the trials most likely would not work for himself, he completed them with the hope that they would save lives for the future. That's why we are here. Trike and Bike has given us the opportunity to raise funds for life-saving research and to provide hope for those kids down the hall. And what I've learned from riding the last 5 years is that our effort makes a difference. All of us, no matter our age, can step up as leaders and bring hope to others.
A number of years ago, I had a dear friend, Larry Pringo, who was suffering from cancer, and he passed away at age 48. Before he died, he said, I don't want you to feel sorry for me, because when I go get chemo or radiation and I'm sitting beside an 8-year-old who's not going to live to be 9, that's the person you need to feel sorry for. He said, I've been around the world, I've had a family, I've had a profession, and it's heart-wrenching to know that children are dying from cancer, but we're here this evening to make a difference. And so give yourself another round of applause.
And thank you for watching Where Are We? Stick around.
This is the All-Star and the Extreme Dance Team, so enjoy this performance.
Baby, can you tell me yours? You look like you came to do one thing. I started on the left and I had to take him to the side. He was out of breath, but he kept on dancing all night. Try and miss, but you like feeling bad. You know it, and I can see it in your eyes. You will be smooth as butter, so uncovered by the way that you was watching me. Everybody turn it up, like it just like hot dog. Careful, you like burn it up. You can do the pop, break up, don't stop. That's the way you gotta get and make your body rock. You try and miss, but you just can't feel it inside. You know it, 'cause I can see it in your eyes. You will be smooth as butter, so uncovered by the way that you was watching me. The way you look at me, I'm feeling you. I just can't help it, trying to keep it cool. Feel it in me, you don't think of me. Bring me your love, club is jumping down. So get on, love away. Shine to me, shine to me, forever. Hello, baby, you called, I can't hear a thing. I have done no service in the club, you say. What did you say? Oh, you're breaking up on me. Sorry, I cannot hear you, I'm kind of busy. Left my phone at home 'cause this is such a disaster. Calling like a
right, that was the Elite Dance Academy. Thank you very much.
Hello and welcome to Where Are We? Welcome back. Today, I am at Heritage Farm. They're having their ribbon cutting ceremony for their old schoolhouse. So I'm excited to check it out and talk to some people about it, and I get to show you the ribbon cutting ceremony.
She's sneaking up behind. Look at, I love that.
Morning to everyone, and thank you for coming today. We've got a beautiful day. We got beautiful people. It's the official opening of the schoolhouse that many hours, many people put a lot of time and effort in. Give thanks to these achievements and the community spirit that made it possible.
I join you in thanking God that He created us in His image so that we could remember, to look back and learn. It is well said, if we don't know where we came from, we don't know where we're going.
Thank you very, very much. I wish I could speak as well as you do.
I've worked on it a long time.
I'm sure you have.
Because, you know, history really brings it really connects the past with the future and bringing in context to the world we live in today, you know. And because history is important, I have a proclamation on behalf of the Office of the Mayor. Whereas Heritage Farms will celebrate its 25th anniversary and the ribbon cutting for its newly opened schoolhouse on September 13th, 2025. Now, therefore, I, Ron Falcone, the 12th Mayor of the City of Brunswick, on behalf of the City Council and the 35,000 people of the city, do hereby extend congratulations to Heritage Farm and wish them continued success in the great city of Brunswick. Thank you so much.
Okay, if you folks are ready, on a count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
The song is called Eliana's Smile.
We had a very nice crowd. We had a ribbon cutting. We have lots of unidentified photographs that we're asking the public to try to identify for us.
It's part of our history, and it's just fun to look back through the decades. There are a lot of pictures here that I am seeing that were probably about the time my daughter was in high school, which was a number of years ago. I recognize former teachers and colleagues, and so it's kind of like a blast from the past.
You may know that I'm a newspaper reporter, and when the newspaper went to all freelance, I took all of the old newspapers and all of their old photos, and as each school closed, we got hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of photos, most of which are unidentified. So we've got 2 tables filled with unidentified photos, and we're asking people to come and look, and if they recognize someone, we have sticky notes and pens. They write who it is on it and put it on there. Then I'll take it up and I'll file it in the right place and bring down more photos that are unidentified. It's been very popular. Even the little kids like it, even though they don't know anybody. So that's really been the most popular thing right now. And it's very interesting, especially with younger people, to show them that they are part of history, that eventually those people who are on that table never knew that they were going to be in a museum about school history, but they are. Every day we make our own history, so we're hoping that people will come and enjoy our past and kind of look forward to the future.
One thing I tell kids, I've got a book that's about that wide, that tall, and that thick. Tell them one day when you get old, there's going to be an unwritten book about you and everything you ever thought, saw, smelled, spoke, heard, created, did. An unwritten book. And then I take that big book and I take the little book out and I'll say, is your book going to be this big? Or is it going to be this little? And that starts right now. Now I'm 87, and I look back at all the times and places that I went and the things I did. Think about that. One day you're going to reach that point. How well was your road paved? How thick is your road?
We are open from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. every Sunday through October 12th. And October 11th and 12th will be open 10 to 5 both days because it's the fall foliage tour, and we're on it.
It's a great trip for a Saturday or Sunday afternoon to grab your family and go on the route. In next May, we have the Dandelion Drive, which is in different parts of the county, and those are all just historical spots, the historical societies.
The Historical Society can always use volunteers. You don't have to be an expert on Brunswick. You just have to have an interest in people.
The people in our town are really good, really great people.
Thanks for watching Where Are We?